Hi guys, so here I'm Rory here, co-founder of Sublime Trading, here with your daily update for the UK and US indices for Monday the 15th of June. Alright guys, hope you're well, hope you had a lovely weekend. So, quick catch up with what we had last week. At the beginning of last week, I mentioned that price had broken through resistance or was at a key level of resistance, and we should expect some kind of pullback, and that's exactly what happened towards the end of last week. We saw a pullback in price of between 7 to 10%. On Friday, we saw price gap up, the bears came in, pushed price back down to support, the bulls came in towards the end of the day and pushed price back up. So all we really saw was price hold at a level of support. So always important to wait for the end of day candlestick, as I keep on mentioning, and also why you don't want to get caught up in intraday activity, which is how you get whipsawed in and out of positions. So what could we expect today and into this week? Well, looking at the S&P 500 mini, we've already seen a little bit of further weakness today, as well as the FTSE 100. We've seen a little bit of weakness, but if you look at the bigger picture, price is still holding at support. Both are holding at the 50 simple moving average, which are key areas of support and resistance, supporting a bull trend. So for now, all we're seeing is price hold at support. We still need to apply patience. We need to see whether price will break through these areas of support or whether we're going to see a bounce back to the upside. Ideally, we want to see a bounce back to the upside simply because the trend has been bullish since March. So patience for now until we get a clear direction in price, whether we're going to see a bounce to the upside or a break to the downside throughout this week. Also remember, we're coming into the summer months, so price could even just go into consolidation, which is usually what happens through the summer months when institutional traders move away from their desk, people go on holiday, volume tends to drop off. So we could potentially even see price just hold at this support, go into consolidation before we start seeing further moves back to the upside. So all in all, it's just a waiting game for now. So let's get into the charts.
So guys, if you're new to these daily updates, then I recommend starting with the recording that's pinned to the top of our Facebook page so that you get a good understanding of what I go through in these charts. So as always, this is our 3-screen setup, monthly in the top left, weekly in the top right, and our daily chart down here across the bottom. We'll start with the S&P 500 on the monthly time frame. If you look at the month of June, it was looking very bullish. It came to the high of last year, which is currently resistance, and we've had the bears come in and push price back down. Now, if we move across to the weekly time frame, we can see price above the 200 moving average, and it's also holding at the 50 simple moving average, which is acting as resistance. And on the daily time frame, we can see this pullback has taken price to the 200 moving average, the 3000 round number, and the 20 simple moving average. If we do see any further weakness through this week, then the next area of support will be the 50 simple moving average. What we want to see is price find supports at this area here, and then ideally we want to see a move back to the upside. A break and close above the high of June will suggest a continuation. We'll see a similar setup on the other indices, starting with the Nasdaq. You can see June was looking far more bullish. The bears have come in and pushed price back down, currently trading above the previous all-time high of February. On the weekly time frame, price above the 200 and the 50 simple moving averages. The last week closed bearish, but remember, we expect these battles at all-time highs such as February, and then also price was at the 10,000 round number, which was also a key area of resistance. So the fact that we saw an up and down week last week is not surprising. And then on the daily time frame, we can see that the pullback has taken price to the 20 simple moving average, which is acting as support. So we want to see this area hold strong and then a move back to the upside. We can see that it's been holding strong as support throughout this bullish trend. So we want to see the 20 simple moving average do the same here. Any further weakness, and then the 50 simple moving average will be the next area of support. Moving to the Dow Jones, starting with the monthly, again you can see June was far more bullish. The bears have come in, pushed price back down. On the weekly, price above the 200 moving average, but back below the 50 simple moving average. And on the daily time frame, the pullback took price through the 200 simple moving average, but you can see on Friday last week it's finding support at the 20 simple moving average. Any further weakness, 50 simple moving average will be the next area of support. Ultimately, we want to see price find support here and then a move back to the upside. Moving to the S&P 500 mini, which gives us an indication of pre-market action. If we look at the month of June, again it was looking bullish. the bears come in and pushed price back down. Now remember, we're still 15 days into June. We're halfway through the month, so this candlestick could look very, very different by the end of the month across all the indices. But for now, the bears have come in and pushed price back down. On the weekly, price above the 200 moving average, but below the 50 simple moving average. That's where price is currently. It closed up above the 50 simple moving average, but currently this week it's just below the 50 simple moving average. And we can see why on the daily time frame. This week has opened up below the 200 moving average, but it's holding at the 50 simple moving average. So it's at a key area of support. We want to see this whole area here hold strong, and we want to see a move back to the upside. So it really is a waiting game to see how price reacts to this support zone. If the 50 simple moving average is broken, then we could see further weakness to the downside. But until that's actually broken, we don't want to assume that we're suddenly in just some reversal and the market's going to tank. After every move, there's always a pullback. And we've seen a pullback in play. We now need to see the support level hold strong, and we want to see a move back to the upside. Moving across to the FTSE 100 on the monthly time frame, again you can see a bullish June. Price came to an area of resistance, and the bears have come in and pushed price back down. On the weekly, price is still below the 200 and the 50 simple moving average. We are still in this bullish run to the upside, currently in some sort of pullback. On the daily time frame, you can see it in more detail. Price is below the 200 moving average, but look where it's finding support at the 50 simple moving average and the 6,000 round number. So an area of support that we should have expected price to pull back to, and it has. So price is doing exactly what's natural to it. We now want to see this area hold strong as support, and then a move back to the upside. We want to see the high of June cleared, strength to the 200 moving average. We want the 200 moving average cleared, and then strength towards those all-time highs. But for now, we need to see how price is going to react to this particular support zone on the FTSE 100 and of course the US indices as well. So patience for now, and let's see how the rest of the week plays out. So that's me for today, guys. Please like, comment and share. Let's get people understanding how to use the indices correctly to build a solid investment portfolio, and I will be back tomorrow for the next daily update.